Alright, what's up y'all? It's your boy, Master Blinksy, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be looking at the CBD Chief Pod Vape Starter Kit. I'm not very familiar with pod vapes, but I'm very excited to be trying this one out for my first one. I'd like to say that CBD Chief did send me this vaporizer for free and asked me to do a review of it. They also gave me a discount code, Master Blinksy, for their website. So if you use code Master Blinksy, you'll get an additional 10% off of the price of this vape. It currently retails for $37. It's on sale on their website from $46. So if you guys are into this, if you guys use Juul pods, and I guess you might be looking for a different vaporizer, then go ahead and check them out. But either way, let's get into the review. So on the outside of the box it says CBD Chief, and it has a dot indicating what color vaporizer you got. I got the black one. On the back it says cbdchief.com, and there's nothing really on the outside of the packaging aside from that. So when we open it, we have some foam to protect your vaporizer. We have a business card which has all of CBD Chief's socials, so go ahead and check them out if you guys want to. And you get a user manual, which is very nice and concise, and it doesn't really have like way too much information, just everything that you'd need. Either way, now let's get into what I'm actually excited to look at, which is the CBD Chief Pod Vaporizer. Pulling it out, we see that it has a micro USB charger at the bottom, and that's the space where your pods go in. And then it has the power button. I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to turn it on. It won't hit unless there's a pod attached to it, so that's a good sign. Let me see the power settings real quick. So red is 3.2 volts, green is 3.6 volts, and blue is 3.9 volts. I like the fact that there are power settings on this vape. I didn't actually think that would be the case. That already puts it pretty high for me. I still haven't vaped out of it though. But another thing I do want to say is that these lights will tell you a lot about what's going on with your vape. If you press it and you're about to take a hit and it flashes like this 2 times, that means that this part called the nebulizer is short-circuiting. And if you put a pod in and you try to hit it and it flashes 3 times, then that means that your pod is short-circuiting. I like the fact that it tells you all of that information just by blinking some lights. I think that's very intuitive. Now let's look at the other stuff you get in the box. You get a regular micro USB charger, and you get 2 pods that are empty. Let me pull one out and see how easy they will be to fill. Okay, so after struggling for a bit to get the top off of the pod, I was able to open it. It looks like all you do is take out the O-ring and then fill it up with your distillate, and then you can go ahead and vape off of it. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you how the pod looks close up when it's filled. And then we'll go ahead and take some puffs off of this vape. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too, and I will be right back. So now we have our fully ready CBD Chief pod. It is a wedding cake CBD Chief pod, or at least that's what the smart cart that I dumped into here said. So I guess we just, I don't know, I think, hold up. How do you, I thought you just like, oh, you have to actually like snap it in and then it hits. All right, so that's cool. I think it does, yeah, I think this is the preheat function on it. So I'm going to be preheating my cart and then I'm going to be hitting it. I will go to that right now. All right, so I'm just going to sesh with this pod vape for a bit. I already preheated my cart, so I'm just going to start hitting it, and I'm hitting it off of the blue setting. So cheers. So these are hits off of the highest setting of this vaporizer, but they feel very nice and smooth. They're not too harsh to where I like want to hack up a lung. I gotta say though, I do understand why people seem to like pod systems better. This feels a bit more convenient. It's smaller, so I can just like put it in my pocket. But the hits I'm getting feel a bit like more concentrated. I feel like I'm getting higher a bit faster off of this cart. I'm gonna take another hit. Cheers. So that battery does hit pretty hard. I inhaled that one a bit wrong, and I'm paying for it. Shoutouts to the wax I'm smoking from it. It's some wedding cake, but it's giving me dab sweats already. I'm loving the flavor I'm getting from this vape more than anything right now. It feels very full-bodied. and I can taste it all over my tongue. I don't know if that's more to do with the distillate or the fact that it's a pod vape, but I gotta say I'm a fan of it. Now I'm on the lowest setting. I'm gonna go ahead and take a puff or two off of that. Cheers. Okay, cheers again. Alright, yo, so that last hit, it did send me, I'm not gonna lie. But what I'm noticing most on this lowest setting is that I'm getting even more flavor than I was on the highest setting. I didn't think that was possible, but the hit feels a bit smoother. Definitely a lot cooler. There's 0.7 volt difference between the lowest setting and the highest setting. Lowest setting being 3.2 volts, the highest being 3.9. And that is definitely making a difference when it comes to flavor. And with the harshness of your hit, the hit on this lowest setting, it feels better for me, but like I said, that last one did send me. So the pods are a little too thin to be dab cap compatible. I'm gonna try to hit one with a dab cap anyway and see if I can, but that is a bit disappointing that I can't use one of my favorite accessories with the vape. Let me see if I can figure this out. It's gonna look janky as hell, but cheers. I mean, it sort of worked, but it's not really worth the trouble of having to do that. Honestly, if you're using a pod vape though, you're not really gonna be hitting them through water rigs. That's sort of the point of pods, is that you just inhale them immediately. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a hit off of the green setting, and then I'll do a wrap up. Cheers. Okay. So green is probably the setting I'm going to be using because that does feel like a perfect mix of flavor and your hit. Looking at my pod, I do see quite a bit of air bubbles, and I'm also noticing a bit of leakage from the pod. That is very disappointing to me because I do not like wasting wax at all, as you guys know. So the fact that this pod is leaking some is probably my only low point of this pod vaporizer. I'm going to take a day to review it because I want to see how the battery life on it lasts. But for now, I would definitely suggest it. Again, I do have an affiliate link in the description and the coupon code MasterBlinksy for 10% off if you want one of them. Hey, yo, what's up? So, I have some final opinions on this vaporizer, and I've decided if I want to recommend it or not. First off, I do want to say, my pod leaked. It's pretty much all gone. I think I have one hit left of it after finishing my review of it. So that was annoying. I had let Saya borrow it and she put it in her purse. And the fact that a pod just being upside down makes it leak, I don't know if that happens with Juul pods, but the fact that it happened with this is very unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it happened with this because carts are pretty expensive when you think about it. So I'm upset that I lost all the wax from this wedding cake cart because it was very nice wax as well. That is my biggest flaw when it comes to buying the starter kit, but it's not something against the vape itself, it's something against the pods that come with it. I would hope that CBD Chief can rework how they design their pods so that they can be more airtight, because it also has leaked into the vaporizer as well. Overall though, I would give the vaporizer a very good recommendation. I would use this thing daily if I smoked pods more. I don't really see THC pods around me. I don't smoke Juul pods. So it's not going to be a daily vape for me, but anytime I do see THC pods, I will for sure review them now because I have a good vape for them. Overall, I would definitely recommend this vape. If you want one, go ahead and hit the link in the description and use code MasterBlinksy for 10% off. That'll bring it down to around a $30 vaporizer, so it's not expensive at all. Very affordable and very good for the price. I'm gonna see if I can get some hits out of this empty pod before I go, but if you've ended up watching this review, thank you. If you like the vape, go ahead and tell me what you think is cool about it, or if other pods leak as well, please let me know that in the comments because I am curious about that. But anyway, I'm Master Blinksy. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed, and I'll see y'all later.
Real. This 2 club was about to close up. Thumbing through my contacts, about to call one of my hoes.